Hi everyone, Tony Tonkin here from the Child Protection Party. I'm glad you could be with me today to talk to you about something which has arisen over the last couple of days, which I think is pretty damn important for us to address, and it actually concerns a coronial inquest into a boy's suicide back in 2016. Now this is important because no young child should ever be faced with a situation where their life appears to be so helpless that they find the need to have to end it. And under any circumstance whatsoever, it just should not be happening. We should be working towards ensuring that kids are cared for and that they're nurtured and that they feel safe no matter what their environment. But in this particular case, it was an environment that was created by Families SA in South Australia back in the day, and now Department of Child Protection, and we should be very concerned about the way the department has responded around this. Now, often we don't know what's the ins and outs, the complications, the word I don't like to use all that much because it seems to be making an excuse for people, but the issues that sat with the department and with this particular child that was in care. It isn't until these matters are revealed in a place like a coroner or through a coronial inquest that we get to see exactly what has happened and how we can best deal with it. And also it offers a critique of the organisations that were involved that caused this child to be in care in the first place. And I guess one of the things that is important to understand here is that this child was seeking to be with his mum, from whom he was removed very early in his life, I think within 10 months or so. And we don't know the circumstances around this, but it is important to identify that the department is responsible for this child's well-being, and they failed. In fact, the coroner refers to the failures as a critical failure in the care of this 13-year-old boy who took his own life, leaving behind a note saying he did not want to be in care and wanted to be with his mother. This is what the coronial inquest had heard. So here's a kid who just simply wants to be back home, who is unhappy with his environment, and he wants to be with his mum. Now, we don't know the circumstances around his mother at this particular point in time, but certainly his mother perhaps would have been a better option for him than him being so mentally unwell that he chooses to take his own life. Now, he also had a number of placements as well throughout this time, and that he found there was a placement that was successful for him after many of them, and he actually, during that period, he progressed quite well. He was seen as quite a leader within his school. He was attending school on a regular basis, and for some reason that we don't know, that placement fell apart. He was placed back into residential care, and it was at that point that he deteriorated in his mental well-being, and he chose to end his own life. So it says here, Zane's short life was marked by significant deficiencies and critical failures in the level of care and support the Department of Child Protection provided to him. It was marked by significant placement instability, leading to minimal opportunities to develop meaningful, secure relationships. This is what the counselling assistant, the coroner, had stated. There are a myriad of behavioural issues in care and at school resulting from significant life traumas and lack of continuing and persistent therapeutic involvement, even at critical moments in his life. This inquest will scrutinise Zane's experience under the guardianship of the Minister and what were significant deficiencies in the level of care and the supported provided to Zane. So it was obvious that the department just failed this child at every level. And I guess our concern here at CPP is that there are many kids such as Zane who experience the same sort of things, moving in and out of care, having insecure care, no sense of stability, being placed from foster care to residential care, and that their lives are upended. So the idea of child protection is to provide safety and security for children. But clearly on many occasions they fail. And it's up to us to identify all of those failures so that children like Zane have the opportunity to be where they want to be, which is in many cases with their biological parents. And we must continue to have that fight to help them to be able to secure a relationship with their biological family and for them to feel safe and secure. He said here in his note at the time of his suicide, "I don't want to be in care. I want to be with you, Mum." That's what his note said. "Mum, it's not your fault I did this. It's my choice. You'll always be in my heart. I love you. Goodbye." That was his parting words. There was plenty of evidence to know that this child was in trouble and that he just wanted his mother's love and care. And the department chose not to give that to him. That in itself is a crime, and it must stop now.